Welcome back to Doctor Who Reviews. I'm your host Rainiac, and when we last left off, the Doctor was stranded on Skaro, Clara was dead, Missy was dead, and the TARDIS blew up. And then came the Witch's Familiar, and none of that happened. Welcome to Doctor Who.
It's like they retcon themselves all the time.
And to discuss the Witch's Familiar, which is part 2 with me, we've got two special guests.
Ten and Donna audio is confirmed for 2016. Everyone buy it. I'm so excited.
Permission to squee?
Granted.
Granted.
Why isn't there a Doctor Who version of the rap from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I want that. Somebody make that.
Wait, what?
So somebody did make an actual cover of Tony Basil's Mickey with Missy lyrics. So
yeah, I know. I linked it to you.
She linked it to us.
I know. That's why I mentioned it. I wasn't trying to take credit. I'm just saying that exists. So why not that other thing you mentioned?
Yeah, but it's not the same.
True.
And as you can probably tell, we are missing a person.
No, we're not.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Any persons who may or may not have been here have been disowned for putting certain things inside of pigs, so...
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
They are dead to us now.
This had better not become a running gag this year. And now I've said that, it will totally become a running gag. Now I've said that.
Now you just may be determined.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Can we get to the episode?
No, we gotta talk about this a little bit longer.
No. You see, this is perfectly mirrors The Witch's Familiar. We were all excited for the cliffhanger to see how that resolved, and the episode did everything but resolve that cliffhanger. So we're getting to everything but talking about the episode here. You see how wonderful of a mirror it is?
You're being meta.
Yeah.
Or it's also known as being a dick. Right. So
It's bitch, so...
the opening sequence then.
The opening sequence
We have the
was really cool.
We have the whole... Is that all you want to say about that?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome.
The whole point is, I mean, first I just allude to it, it doesn't quite resolve the cliffhanger.
What do you mean doesn't quite?
It resolves half of the cliffhanger.
Okay.
It resolves how Clara and Missy are not in a million atoms.
Mm. They did bother to explain how Missy survived her fate and death in heaven, which I guess that's nice. I mean, I just accepted that, it's Missy. She'll be back. She escaped somehow, whatever. It's like Anthony Ainley.
Or as somebody else says later on, it's the Doctor. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that.
Or in this case, it's the Master. Deal with it. But yes.
Yeah. Although it was nice, because usually when it comes to these sorts of things, you either get insane mumbo-jumbo that absolutely nobody understands except for maybe the guys at NASA, or you get nothing. So this was a nice change, I think.
I mean, for the kind of people who get upset the Doctor Who doesn't explain everything, this is a nice bone to be thrown, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually think that Moffat's been sort of listening, or at least taking on board what some of the fan base has been saying, because there were quite a few moments in this episode was like, was that directed at a character or us?
Oh, well, again, we'll get to that. The one thing I liked about the intro is how the Doctor gets out of these ridiculous, silly scrapes. It's not just that he's super clever and whatnot, but Missy alludes to the fact that he always assumes he's going to win.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
No, I like that. That's perfect summing up of who the Doctor is.
And it mirrors their own situation because they're on Skaro, home city of the Daleks. They're outside. Doctor's in there. They got to save them. All they have is a pointy stick. How are they going to do it? Assume they're going to win.
Yeah.
I will say I'm not a huge fan of that, just because it makes him sound really arrogant. And I was never one to think that the Doctor was arrogant, so to speak.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Kat, but there have been times he's been insanely arrogant.
Yeah,
Well,
like the Colin Baker era.
Let's remember I haven't watched Classic Who.
No, I'm talking about Modern Who.
Which one?
3 words, Time Lord Victorious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Still an amazing episode, by the way, but we're not talking about that. And I quite like how I didn't mention this last week because we were running quite short on time, but the trailer from last week for The Witch's Familiar had that weird sort of black and white footage. And he was in a different outfit. I was like, where the hell does this fit in?
Well, now we know.
It's just a flashback to a story. It might not even be a real
One thing
story.
I did like about that flashback is that it's not necessarily the Capaldi doctor. Missy's just like, oh, it was one of his faces. Let's give him the eyebrows for
let's
now.
give this the eyebrows, yeah. I like
Plus,
that.
you
And
can
you
see
actually
flashes
see-
of some of the other doctors, too.
Yeah, you actually see a Tom Baker cosplay run by, and I don't know who the second
William
Flash
Hartnell.
was. Was it Hartnell? I did not catch
balding
that.
with white hair at the back. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, I was
okay.
like, that's probably like the first doctor or something.
Okay, I didn't get a good look at the second one, but okay.
It took me a second to figure it out, but yeah, on rewatch, it was Hartnell.
Really? Because I got it the first try.
Nice. I didn't catch that.
That's like the first one I saw. I didn't even see Tom
Good
Baker.
job.
Good
And
work.
I do like that they explained that Missy actually survived in Devonham. It wasn't just I escaped.
It's nice. It's.
I mean,
good.
we all kind of guessed it was some sort of teleportation device, but it's nice to actually have it confirmed for once, not have weeks and weeks of pointless plot speculation.
Oh,
Plus, it goes to show, like, Missy's still clever. She has these ways, ins and outs, and she can still trick people into thinking, what she wants them to think.
Missy's also hilarious in that scene.
Oh
Pity.
my god,
I
yes.
was actually feeling quite peckish.
well, Michelle Gomez knocking it out of the park.
Well,
As she always does.
And the bit where she's conducting as the theme tune kicks in.
Oh, you're talking about meta. There you go.
Kuchiri loved that.
Oh, did he? Wait, who's Kuchiri?
I've no idea, but he loved it. Whoever
We
he was.
disowned him, remember?
We disowned who?
We disowned him.
Exactly. He is dead to us.
Maybe to you. Anyway, yeah, that was great. I don't know if she actually timed it that she'd be doing that when the theme music kicked in. But knowing Michelle Gomez, she probably did.
Well, more than likely the sound designers.
Oh yeah, the
yeah,
director.
They're not there with the brass band live on location.
No, I want to see Missy leading a brass
Off to the
band.
side is a bunch of Daleks getting their instruments ready.
I require
Missy
more
starts
percussion.
sucking them.
More percussion.
Oh god.
Sorry.
One of them has an electric guitar and did the guitar for Capaldi.
Is this a B flat or a B sharp?
Anyway, the opening got out of the way, and what did we all think of? Well, I'd say the star of the show, but there were arguably 3 stars of this particular show.
Mm-hmm.
But what do we think of the Doctor this week?
Pretty good.
Capaldi continues to knock it out of the park.
He's so good. There's lots of moments I like with the Doctor here. Well, I think we should talk about one that came chronologically pretty much right after the opening. It's the Doctor riding around in Davros' fucking chair.
Yes.
Yes.
I said swear. Oops.
Fun fact.
I think we abandoned this being a PG-13 show.
We did. I just put a strong language tag on it now. It's fine.
Oh, good.
Fun fact for those who might have missed it, but there was a special behind the scenes that came on when I was watching the episode, and apparently the original chair was too heavy because Capaldi wanted to zip around, so they built a second one just so he could do that.
Yeah, and to further that, on the Doctor Who extra behind the scenes videos that they released instead of Doctor Who Confidential, it's basically the same thing, just in different videos. I don't know why they just don't have it as a 10-minute episode, but he did have an actual chair to zoom around on set, and he crushed it into the wall.
Well, I didn't watch any behind-the-scenes footage, so I'm just going to say that Capaldi got many, many great lines in this episode, one of which was, admit it, you've all had this exact nightmare.
Yeah. I love that.
And
This was a really good episode for funny lines.
Oh, what the
Can I
hell?
mention the tea? Because I gotta talk about the tea. This is great.
Please mention the tea.
Okay, please mention the tea. So we cut away from this Doctor in the Davros chair back to Clara and Missy for a bit, which we'll get into later. And then we cut back and the Doctor has a cup of tea. Now I audibly said it loud, where the hell did he get that cup of tea? To which the Doctor then replied, you're probably wondering where I got the cup of tea. Answer, I'm the Doctor. Just accept it.
That was yeah.
Yeah, I can't take that as anything less than Stephen Moffat kind of trolling the people who keep on bragging about plot holes in Doctor Who and whatnot.
This was after he got shot at multiple times.
It's not so much plot holes as Moffat's tendency to pull bits of plot contrivance out of the air.
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever it is, he's sort of being a little cheeky about people who complain about this show doesn't make sense. This part of the show doesn't make sense, Moffat, you fucking hack.
It was a two-finger salute to those people, and I absolutely bloody loved it.
You know, that amused me a lot, too.
I also like, going on with that sequence, how when they're all shooting him in the chair, that explains how they haven't killed Davros yet. The guy is smart enough to have a one-way force field.
Doesn't really explain how.
That and what Davros later said, that they apparently have respect for him.
They have respect for him. They have respect for him. That particular race of Daleks.
You want to talk about stuff that doesn't get explained all the time. Stavros survived in the classic series.
Yeah, but he's such a good villain. He kind of has to survive. Same with the Master.
Well, yeah, wasn't there a time when the Master was liquefied or something in the classic series?
Oh God.
Liquefied, dissolved.
No, he was decayed. He was decayed.
Decayed. That's it.
He was a pizza face. Yeah, and there was a time when he was caught buried like in a exploding planet like a volcano or something. I haven't seen that.
Was there a time when he possessed somebody else?
Oh yeah,
several times.
He possessed this poor EMT. A brilliant performance by this American actor named Eric Roberts.
Oh.
So really, if you want bullshit, there you go.
You had to bring that out. You had to bring that up. God damn it!
Oh my God. Any other thoughts
about the Doctor? Though you have like all these people complaining about how but it's like the classic series did a lot worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
and a lot smaller budget too.
You don't know the half.
Well, they've actually lowered the budget for this series a little bit, but you wouldn't tell because the production values are amazing. This series, you'd think it had a higher budget.
Like you have to try now.
You'd think it had a higher budget than Series 8, but actually has a lower budget than Series 8, and yet it actually looks better.
See, I could perfectly explain that. The first 3 Star Wars did have a big budget. The effects were great because they had to work around that small budget. The prequels, however, are complete shit because they have a huge budget and they can do whatever the fuck they want, including building the entire landscape out of nothing but blue screens. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna say a small budget in Doctor Who sounds like a good thing, but then again, you look at like the mid to late '80s of the classic series, and you get shit like the Merca or the Vervoids. And it's like, what?
Yeah, not great.
The Underwater Menace.
Well, the Underwater Menace was the '60s, so.
Now the problem we've got.
Still.
The problem we've got with the Doctor in this episode is that most of the time he's interacting with other characters that we want to talk about later on. Yeah. So we can't really mention him that much on his own. Because he's always in the room with somebody else.
The double Ds.
But we can talk about, arguably, the biggest star of this episode, Missy.
Oh boy.
Missy was just fantastic again.
She went full troll for this.
That's gonna be what I critique later on, but I will agree Missy was fantastic, yes.
I've actually heard people say that Missy wasn't actually needed for the episode. I couldn't disagree more, I'm sorry.
What? Well, how would... I don't get it.
Well, saying that it should have been about the Doctor and Davros and Clara and not have Missy as well.
Well, yeah, but then you gotta have something to cut away to. You can't just have the Doctor and Davros in the room for 45 minutes.
No, although... That would have been a hell of a thing, but no, you can't have that.
We would have had, like, the Doctor and Davros, and then we cut away to Clara trying to find a rock.
Yeah, or a pointy stick. But yeah, all of Missy's interactions with Clara...
Actually, if Missy wasn't there at all, then Clara wouldn't have survived. She
That's true. That's true. Anyway, it's just something that somebody said online, and I just wanted to refute it utterly. But anyway, I think all of Missy's interactions this week were absolutely fantastic with Clara. They were funny, and yet they had a darker undertone. I know what you're going to say, and I agree with you.
I'm going to say it when we get to Clara.
But on face value, the scenes were fantastic.
Yes.
20 feet. 20 feet is a contender for Light of the Episode.
That is something.
Can we throw a stone down something? Oh yeah, good idea. Yank. 20 feet.
Pushes Clara into the hole.
I should mention, Missy and Clara teaming up. This is one of the closest things Missy has come to having an actual companion. The only other really thing I can think of is from some of the 8th Doctor audios, where in her Alex McQueen incarnation, she had a scientist running around.
Yeah. So. There's also, from the modern series, technically Chanfo and Lucy Saxon.
Oh, well.
Chanfo's not really a companion, though.
I don't think that counts, because that wasn't the Master, that was Professor.
Lucy Saxon counts.
Oh, yeah.
He even calls her his companion.
Oddly enough, the only other instance I can think of where an evil Time Lord has a companion...
Oh, no.
...is there's this one Big Finish audio. It's like a what if, and it's about what if the Valiard won the trial of a Time Lord. And
that's not what I thought you were going to reference. That's all right.
Yeah, he runs around with a companion for a bit. And it's,
I thought you were going to bring up the Ronnie and destroy everything.
No, I thought he was going to bring up Eric Roberts again.
No. Well, actually...
He does have a companion in that film, yeah.
Fun fact, y'all took a Which Master Are You quiz, and every single one of us got fucking Eric Roberts.
Yes, we did!
Fucking horse shit.
Every single one of us. And none of us collaborated or anything.
This quiz is rigged, damn it.
Fucking... Okay.
I call bullshit. Anyway, back to the episode.
That's all I have to say about Missy. Other than, it was pretty funny when she started talking in a southern accent.
Oh, that was good. When she was when she was poking holes in the Dalek with a Dark Star brooch?
Yeah. And, she did have an offline about having a daughter, which either is her bullshitting again, or is Moffat monkeying with the lore.
I think Missy is the biggest troll since Stephen Moffat in Doctor Who. We had the Doctor being a little girl last week. We had my daughter. We had mummies talking. I don't know which way it's going to go.
Oh, one other bit. Where it's near the end, but Missy and Davros.
Oh, well, we can jump to that if you want. Yeah, when she pokes him in the eye.
Yeah, it's just a fanish little thing.
She did say she was going to scratch his eye out.
Yep.
And she did.
She kept her promise.
I love the fact that Davros actually goes for the handshake because he's so confused. You can tell he just looks so confused, like, what's going on? Shall I go for this? Goes for the handshake, poke. I think that might be my favourite moment of the entire episode for me, actually. But we'll get to that. We'll talk about that more when we get to the actual last 10 minutes, because I want to discuss that in detail, because that's really quite important. The scene where she's poking holes in the Dalek with her brooch. What are you doing? Murdering a Dalek? I'm a time lady. It's our golf. And the brooch is made of Dark Star alloy, and that's actually a reference to Torchwood.
As long as it's not the Torchwood where they have that horrible cyber lady.
No, it was the episode.
Oh God!
It was the episode of Drift. Dark Star alloy was mentioned.
People may not know this, but I love making Fres go crazy.
I can't remember the exact. I can't remember the exact time it's mentioned, but Dark Star alloy is a throwback to Torchwood, the episode Adrift. Okay. Another thing I like about Missy in this episode, she's still very much a villain.
Oh yes.
She saves Clara. She wants to save the Doctor, but she's still a villain.
Oh, absolutely.
And thank goodness for that. No, I
am not good.
That was last week, but yeah, Michelle Gomez is such a good find for this show.
I hear talk that she's the best incarnation of this Renegade Tumbler since Roger Delgado, and I don't know, it's pretty good.
It's not that hard to disagree. I mean, maybe John Sim.
Well, John Sim, he didn't really have as much time to do it.
John Sim benefited from a fantastic chemistry with David Tennant, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure John Sim would have worked alongside Matt Smith. I'm almost positive. Grab torch and pitchforks, but I don't think he would have worked alongside Matt Smith's Doctor.
I don't think that would have really worked either, no.
The one thing I'm hoping for is that he comes back to do a regeneration scene.
Oh, that's okay, yeah.
But then we get an explanation for why Missy is suddenly the mistress, and I don't think Moffat would do that.
I don't know.
One more thing about the scene where she shoves Clara into the hole. They actually had to cut that tightly because Michelle Gomez kept laughing about it.
Oh my God.
She kept cracking up on set. And apparently Jenna Coleman's very game and sort of throws herself into things like that, so she just sort of threw herself into this hole. And Michelle Gomez has tried not to crack up, so they had to cut it very tight to save the scene.
Oh my god.
But I love things like that. But yeah, Missy was an absolute highlight of this episode. Everything she did.
Mm-hmm.
And still evil.
Oh yes.
Unfortunately, more Missy means less Clara.
Blah. Now this is my gripe with the episode, because I have slowly become a big Clara booster. Especially on my rewatch of Series 8, right? I mean, I kind of want to go back and watch Series 7 Part 2 or 7B, whatever you want to call it, just to see how that Clara holds up now with what I know about Clara. But yeah, like you said, more Missy means that Clara doesn't do much of anything in this episode, really. If all she exists for is to be Missy's punching bag.
Her rock.
Her rock, yeah. She gets tied up, shoved off into a hole, handcuffed to a thing as bait for a Dalek, shoved into a Dalek and wired up to it forcibly. And then at the end of it all, Missy has this bullshit scheme where she tries to kill Clara for it all.
Well, yeah, because that's what Missy does.
I know that's what Missy does, but still, it's shit to do to Clara. It's shit. I don't like it.
Because that's what Missy does.
True.
Can I say something about all this?
What's that?
I agree with you that Clara didn't shine too much on her own this time around, and it is a shame.
Mm-hmm.
But there was so much goodness in this episode and something had to give. Also, we've got Clara, we think, for the whole series.
We think.
As far as I know, we only have Missy for this and maybe possibly later in the series.
Mm-hmm.
So Clara should have plenty more time to shine later on.
Yeah, okay. That's fine, I guess. But, it's just a little down-putting that my proactive companion that I really dig is sort of...
Oh, no, I'm a Clara fan too. It is a shame, but there's so much to like about the episode, I can't criticise it for it.
I can, but I also really do like the other stuff, so it's still a good episode. Don't get me wrong, I don't like that part. I don't like the sideline.
And one clever thing about Clara, or a scene with Clara in it, the bit where, as you alluded to earlier, she's trapped inside the Dalek, and there's a whole sequence where she's trying to say things and the Dalek interprets it differently. That is included purely, well, for a bit of comedy, of course, but also to foreshadow the sequence later on when Missy almost gets the Doctor to shoot her.
Oh.
We have to establish that the Dalek cannot say someone else's name.
Yes.
And it can't say what it wants to say.
Although Nick Briggs delivering okay, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's his birthday, either today or Monday as well, by the way. So,
oh, neat.
Happy birthday, Mr. Briggs.
By the way, happy birthday.
Yeah. Whenever it is.
Doing the Dalek voice.
When I say today, of course, I mean when we're recording this, not necessarily when it's going up, but...
I have to do it for him. I have to do it for him, you understand?
You are an enemy of the Daleks. You must be destroyed.
That's fine. That's fine. Nick Briggs is in the review now. That's fine.
Yeah.
I believe that's his voice.
I love the plush
Yes.
Dalek. He's so much fun.
But yeah, Nick Briggs, that he probably had a good laugh about that, because I know whenever he's got to say things a bit differently as a Dalek, he struggles to keep a straight face. And I'm guessing...
I kind of hope that at some point in the series, Rusty comes back and just starts screaming weird things.
I'm guessing, okay, that's a bit weird, was a bit strange to record, but...
All right,
well, Nick Briggs is a master of making Doctor Who monsters say things that Doctor Who monsters would not normally say.
Yeah. And then, of course, we've mentioned Missy and the Doctor and Clara, who was a bit of a fourth wheel, or even a fifth wheel, technically, in this episode. Absolutely not a fourth wheel in any way, shape, or form. Davros.
Okay, now we're talking. This is why you love this episode so much. And this is why I dig it.
Can we just give Julian Bleach the BAFTA right now?
Oh, man.
I want him to have an Oscar.
What I can't think of any.
An Oscar, an Academy Award. Hell, let's give him a Grammy.
He won the award the last time he was Davros for Journey's End. I don't think it was a BAFTA. I think it was something else. It was like some sort of Viewer's Choice Award. He deserves a BAFTA for this performance.
Did Terry Malloy ever win a BAFTA? I actually don't know.
I don't think he did, no. But just give him the BAFTA right now, please. What an actor.
Oh my gosh.
What a performance.
I mean, it's
all right, show of metaphorical hands. Who fell for his initial performance? before
Yeah.
they realize it's a trick.
Yes and no, because I kept thinking this can't be genuine. He's got to be tricking him, and I was sucking in.
Well, you also
It
had to
was
keep
just so damn good.
you also have to keep in the back of your mind that we do know about the cliffhanger from The Magician's Apprentice, so we know the Doctor's going back there. So he's going to do something to piss him off.
Yeah, but
Right.
none
So that's
of that
looming over you on first watch.
none of that really factors into that scene.
Yeah, because for
And-
all we know, it could have been a flashback.
And another cracker of a line. It was so difficult to procure the only other chair on Skaro.
Did Moffat really just go back to the case of fatal death? Case of fatal death for that one?
Well, Missy did tickle the Dalek bumps.
Oh, I found out about that scene. That was entirely improvised on set.
Amazing.
She just did it spontaneously. Like, can I get away with this? Or they cut it out. She did a Q&A. Michelle Gomez did a Q&A on Twitter on Sunday.
Mhm.
And she answered a few questions. Yeah, if I'd known about it, I would have asked her a question, but
Damn it.
it was too late. But she pretty much what was asked would have answered all the questions I would have asked her, like certain things about the set, and some of them were sort of like in character as Missy, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, that scene was improvised, and she does a lot of things improvised on set, and sometimes it's hard to tell what's in the script and what isn't with Michelle Gomez.
Mm.
But we're talking about Davros. We're still talking about
There's a
Davros.
lot to analyze regarding Davros in this one. Okay, so how should we start? I think here.
Well, I can't work out if this is the Missy show or the Davros show, but
I'd say
It was
Davros
both.
show.
It was the Missy and Davros show.
yeah.
Davros was the straight man, and Missy was the comedy hook.
I love the fact that because he's dying, we see Davros out of the chair, and he's basically half a man,
Oh,
or less than
yeah,
half a man.
that's pretty much how it goes with him. I mean,
And
he
he's
was like
blue.
he was like a head in a tube in Remembrance of the Daleks. Remember?
He was Zordon?
No. Oh wait, no wait. Oh no, wait, that was the fake Davros from the thing. Yeah, he's been decaying in the classic series, and then he's actually like looking more like himself in Journey's End.
That was
so.
a very strange episode of the Power Rangers.
Oh my god.
Daleks, Ridder's escaped.
Oh god.
Oh man, someone's got to draw that now.
Or Daleks, Mrs. escaped, even better.
Well, you remember in Victory of the Daleks when they had the color-coded guys, they actually did put the Power Rangers theme over that. Someone did.
I believe they've been written out of the series now, the new paradigm.
Well, no, they're not. The one I just squeezed is a new paradigm. I got them right there.
No, that's a plushie, but in the actual series, I don't believe they're in it anymore because they were in Asylum of the Daleks. They were told to tone down the colours.
Oh.
You don't actually see the Dalek, the Supreme Dalek, that's telling the Doctor he's about to die in Time of the Doctor. It sounds like it could be the white one, or it could be the Dalek Supreme we saw in this episode. You don't actually know. And there's a thing at the Doctor Who experience that seems to suggest that there was a war between the Bronze Daleks and the New Paradigm Daleks, and the Bronze Daleks actually won. And they imply they are actually the more pure of the breed because they're descended.
I don't know why people got so in the craw about color-coded Daleks. It's a fucking mutant tank. Who cares?
It's not the
if
colours
red?
I objected to, it was how goddamn bulky they looked.
Eh.
The shape was
Let's
hideous.
remember at one time that Daleks got defeated by stairs
More than one
until
time.
they figured out how to levitate.
More than one time.
Oh yeah.
Stairs.
Yeah.
So like,
It took them
color-coded
25 years
Daleks
to
are
subvert
not the
that.
biggest problem here.
3 syllables, Kat. 3 syllables. Elevate.
Oh,
My vo-
hey,
my
you-
voice
you
just
saw
cracked, but
Remembrance
yes.
of Daleks. They did that joke in that beforehand, but nobody was watching Doctor Who at that time, so they did it again in Dalek, and everyone got it.
Yeah.
Funny.
It's a pity because no one was doing it. No one was watching it when Remembers the Daleks was on. That's a damn good episode.
It is. It's very good. It's one of my favorites.
Mine too. Anyway, back to the modern series.
Heck, the Davros.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about with Davros.
Yeah.
But I think the main centerpiece must be that scene after he's been brought back the second time to the chamber, the Doctor, back to Colony South, being in the chair, and they have this rather amazing, almost 10-minute, almost uninterrupted scene of dialogue, only interrupted by cutaways to Clara and Missy. And this is something Kuchiri actually objected to. Not so much the scene, but how long it was.
What?
There was a bit of a lull in the pacing. Maybe the it could have been.
Well, you know what? Screw him.
I have to say, not
Moffat
screw him.
did the impossible. Moffat made me cry for fucking Davros.
Oh, I know, right?
I started fucking crying for that piece of shit, and I was, like, seriously betrayed when he betrayed the Doctor.
I cannot believe that Davros was reacting. It was so strange as him reacting emotionally to things.
It's like the whole time I was like, is this actually happening? Is this really? This is happening?
My first major oh crap moment was when he said, "But this is beyond all hope. A man should have a raise." Then his eyes opened.
Oh yeah.
Which I didn't know was possible.
Neither did I, to be
I thought he was blind.
Yeah, same.
I thought they'd rotted out of his head, quite frankly, and that was.
I thought he went blind from like a nuclear.
Then he starts crying.
Oh
This dastardly villain starts crying.
And laughing at
and then joking with the Doctor. What the hell is going on?
Man, there's so much to like about this performance. Like a man should have a people speech. You can kind of read that as Davros being the last of the Khalids.
Yeah, he's the last of his race, and the Doctor is the last technically. Well, of course he isn't anymore.
One of the last.
He was the last.
The way he was just so sincerely congratulating the Doctor on bringing back Gallifrey.
Well, because the Daleks brought back Skaro, in a sense. They did say in the episode that it was basically, the Daleks rebuilt it and called it Skaro, which is fine.
I mean, after I've watched the episode for myself, obviously I don't want to spoil it. I want to go in completely blind. After the episode airs, I always check out a couple of reviews to see what other people thought, to get a more rounded picture of the episode, so it's not just our bias, our viewpoint. And I was surprised and a little bit disappointed to see that this scene was actually kind of got mixed reviews. Some people said it was cheesy, that Davros was pretending to be good, and they saw it coming a mile away, and it just didn't work.
I didn't see it as pretending to be good. I saw it as a dying man trying to make sure that he did everything he could with his life.
Yeah, I saw it as a dying man's last moment of redemption.
Here's the brilliance of it, right? I don't know if we can jump ahead to later with the Davros and how, he is playing the Doctor's hollow scheme, right?
Oh, we already mentioned that, but yes.
Okay, but look back at the episode here. So the plan is to get the Doctor to touch those cables because Colony Sarf is a snake man and he'll steal the regeneration energy from the cables, right? But notice how things go. At first, Davros is tempting the Doctor as the Davros would tempt himself. He's saying, "Hey, come on, Doctor, you can grab these cables and you can destroy the Daleks. Go on, destroy all the Daleks. Do it. Come on." It's like sort of a callback to the Genesis of the Daleks thing with the vial, and if you could kill everything, would you crush it, blah, 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 blah. So he's tempting the Doctor as he would tempt himself, but it doesn't work because the Doctor is not that kind of person, right?
Yeah.
So then he switches tactics and tempts him with compassion, and he pours his little blackened heart out. Now, is he bullshitting, or is he actually being sincere with all these things, like his man should have a people thing, and his crying, and his wanting to see the sunrise, and blah, 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 blah. Is he bullshitting, or is he being sincere? We don't know. It's that ambiguity again, and I love
that wonderful word, ambiguity, yeah.
I love it.
That wonderful word, ambiguity, and yeah, you can sort of take this as an ambiguous. Was he being sincere and tricking him, or was he just completely making it up to trick him? You don't know. And to be honest, I don't think I want to know.
Now you're understanding things from my perspective.
I think it's better if we don't know. I think that scene loses a bit of its impact, but it's still an impactful scene, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
If we know everything about it. I think it was just left to you thinking, was he being genuine, or was he being partly genuine, or not genuine at all? I will say, though, that when it's revealed that it is a trap, it is a ruse.
That's something.
On the rewatch, when he straightens up in the chair,
it starts cackling,
and the jewel lights up again, and he starts laughing evilly. That's some Usual Suspect shit right there.
Holy shit.
That's Kaiser Soze.
Oh my god.
Amazing. One more thing I want to mention about Davros before we move on. Again, some behind-the-scenes stuff. There's a running joke on set that Peter Capaldi has alluded to that no one actually knows what Julian Bleach really looks like. Because he's always in costume as Davros on the set. So there's this quite surreal moment where Peter Capaldi comes onto the set one day and Julian Bleach is there, already changed into his Davros costume, with the prosthetic on it over his face. It's just sitting there having a cup of tea. And Capaldi doesn't know what to say.
Tea, Doctor. I'm Davros.
Capaldi just doesn't know what to say because you've got this evil dictator and he's just having a cuppa.
Space Hitler sitting in his chair having a cuppa.
It's amazing, isn't it?
That. I want to, one day be able to hire him and have him be put into a private room at a tea shop someplace. And then people walk in and there's Davros just sitting there drinking tea. Like, hello.
Welcome to Davros' tea rooms, yes. That would be amazing. So those are the four
just
main.
Call it tea with Doctor Who and make people think the Doctor's going to be there, but it's actually Davros.
Oh, that would be trolling Kib Kalber of Moffat there. But we mentioned Davros. There's so much to say about Julian Bleach. There's so much to praise Julian Bleach's performance for. Just incredible. He was brilliant in Journey's End. He goes to another level here.
Oh yeah.
And if we're not careful, this is just going to be the review of praising Julian Bleach. So we will move on to Davros' creations, the Daleks. I actually quite like what they did with the Daleks here.
What? Made him puke?
No. I've complained before, haven't I, that the Daleks have been overused in the modern series. I know they have to be because the nation-state controls them and they don't appear 1 year, that's it, they can't be used again. But they could just have like a cameo appearance, as they did back in Series 6, of course. No, they tried to do something different. Moffat tried to do something different with the Daleks. And it wasn't just that they're these killing machines that are there to yell exterminate and then get destroyed. We got to look into the DNA of the Daleks, so to speak. Through the scene where Clara is locked inside the casing.
Ah, yes.
Now this is something that pissed off a lot of people.
Oh, why am I not surprised?
The Daleks yelling exterminate is how they reload? Fuck you, Moffat.
But it makes perfect sense!
No, the thing that pissed me off is that when Clara went to get into it, it was perfectly clean and had a perfect seat for her to sit in. Even though that makes no sense since the Daleks are little tentacle.
Oh yeah, and another thing people got a little mad about. Clara got in the Dalek and there was no callback to Oswin? What is this?
There was a callback to Oswin.
Was there?
I can't remember what it was, but I might be reading too much into it. I know what else is new, but possibly I am a Dalek.
Something. Yeah, I saw a post something like that.
Because she keeps shouting, I am not a Dalek.
And with these kind of people, it's either got to be explicit or Moffat's a fucking hack and he didn't explain things.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm a little bitter?
To those people, I say, what are you smoking?
This might be Missy's way of calling back to that, because more than likely she would know about her being turned into a Dalek.
Well, no, because that's a Clara. That's not Clara. That's a Clara Shadow. That's a Clara Echo.
Didn't Missy engineer that, though? All that to happen?
I don't think she engineered her going into the time stream, no.
She didn't engineer that part. She got them together for some...
And we still don't know why, and I hope we do know by the end of the series.
I have a theory on that.
Oh, that's going to be... Can we discuss that when we talk about the last 10 minutes?
I think... Okay, I'll wait.
Because I think I know what your theory partially might be.
Yeah.
Because it might be the same theory that I've had, but we'll go to that. Okay. One thing I know that you like, Kat, was all the different Daleks together.
Not especially, but I thought it was pretty cool.
The different eras together.
They had special weapons Dalek.
Did you mention the special weapons?
I half expected like a black and white Dalek to go strolling past.
That would have been quite good. Another thing that fandom got pissed off about, the special weapons Dalek spoke.
Why? Why would you get mad at that? It's
because this is the internet, and you have to get mad about something.
It's a Dalek. What?
It's one line.
And what is the line? Find the Doctor, exterminate.
Yeah, locate the Doctor. I think. And the same way it never talked in the classic series, or perhaps it just didn't talk. Maybe it could always talk. It just didn't.
Yeah, it didn't need to. It just blew
Quit.
up a bunch of Daleks in
I'm
remembrance.
probably going to bite the hand that feeds me, so to speak, here, but quit making such a big deal out of little things. Plot, yeah, okay. Times when he just pulls bits of plot out of the air, again, okay, I can understand that. But whether a Dalek speaks or not, no.
I can understand that kind of thing. That doesn't stop me from making fun of him when I write my reviews.
I'm sorry, but life's too short. Speaking of life, and quite a creepy concept that the Daleks are not allowed to die.
The Dalek sewer thing.
Oh, the Dalek sewers, ugh.
We didn't really talk about that when the Clara and Missy stuff, but yeah.
Well, I was saving it for this, but yeah. Creepy concept. Really, really creepy concept. As is the fact
Yeah, I have a lot of things that I don't like. Disemboweling for one. The idea of ever being eaten alive, which is why I don't really like zombie movies. But one of the things that really gets me is when some unknown substance is trying to kill you. So something like The Thing. Or for those who remember when Toonami killed off their main little narrator character using that goo. It's like stuff like that I can't take. So having this wave of brown sludge just invade a Dalek was like, ooh, no.
that was pretty horrible.
No, thank you.
The Thing is a great movie, though. It really is.
It is, but I can understand
why you'd be creeped out by it.
I can understand that being creeped out by that. I think we all have a thing that we go, oh, at. Mine's the eyes.
I'm not going to mention mine.
Anything to do with the eyes.
Not the eyes. The eyes have it.
Shut
I know
up.
what it is, but I won't
Shut up, Fresno.
Don't say it. Don't you say that. Don't you say it.
What, implants?
Fuck! That's exactly what I knew you were going to say.
Serves you right for bringing up the damn eyes. Right, anyway.
Alright.
Anything else anyone's got to say about the Daleks?
Revolting sewer?
Oh, that's a great line, that. Your sewers are revolting.
So
That kind of goes into the resolution, though, so I think we'll go into that now.
Oh, the resolution.
The last 10 minutes of the episode, this was glorious.
And
yet, this was the one thing that Kuchiri didn't actually like.
Oh,
well, Kuchiri's
should we talk about what we liked first before we go into his refutation?
We've mentioned Missy poking Davros in the eye, haven't we?
Yeah.
Right, I can tick that off the list, yeah.
Can I mention the whole hybrid thing?
Yeah?
Okay. So this is interesting because, again, it really feels like Moffat is being a lot more subtle with his arc this series, instead of like some idiot who shows up in the last 30 seconds saying, "Soon the Doctor will be doomed. Everything is going according to plan." And then every asshole on Twitter, and Gallifrey episodes or whatever, trying to guess who the hell it is, until we figure out that, it was the most obvious guess that we all got on the first try.
Yeah, it's the Rani. I mean, it's always the Rani, right?
Yeah. No, but we appear to not be getting that. I mean, last year that drove me up the goddamn wall because Michelle Gomez had to spend 10 weeks just prancing around going, "I'm a mystery," and we all pegged. We all pretty much pegged. Oh, it's the Master regenerated into a female form. Oh, and then Darkwater came out, and I was pissed off at that because it was so obvious, and there was just 10 weeks of shagging around for the most obvious thing. And the only thing that saved it for me was Michelle Gomez knocked it out of the park, right?
Oh, she did.
Yeah. But we don't have that this year. So what we have, apparently, is the fact that maybe the Doctor ran from Gallifrey because of some prophecy about some sort of hybrid race between Time Lords and Warriors or something. And I don't know. It might come to play. It might not.
Yeah, the hybrid thing is very interesting. And I like that it seems we've gone back to the RTD style of having a series arc.
Yeah, it's just a fucking thing.
Because, again, this might be controversial, but that's kind of the series arc I actually prefer. Where there's one phrase or thing, and it's mentioned, but you don't actually know why it's been mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And we leave this episode, and I have no idea what the series arc is going to be, and I love that.
Oh, I can make a guess.
Yeah, the hybrid.
I'm going to make a guess here, and it's probably going to be the most obvious guess, because that's how Mafia rolls.
Are you going to suggest that the hybrid is actually Clara?
I was going to say that it has something to do with Clara.
Right, because I've seen quite a few theories.
I don't think I'm not going to say outright that it is Clara or whatever. But I'm
I
going to
don't
say
know how much we can go into this without going into spoiler territory, but there've been quite a few theories on who this hybrid might turn out to be.
I heard
I have a
someone
theory
say
as well.
I heard someone say Susan Foreman, which
Go on.
I can't see that happening. But go ahead, Kat.
My theory is that at the end of the season, the Doctor's going to come on screen and say, "I just took it because I was bored. What's all this you talk about?"
Yeah, that definitely would be great for the whole why the Doctor ran thing. Anyway,
Do you think that's
he's
what's
on a planet with a bunch of stuffy Time Lords and ladies who just sort
that
of
pretty
sit
much
around
is
and
the
watch
canonical
things and
reason
stuff.
we all believe why the Doctor ran in the first place.
But this is the great thing: the fact that we are speculating, and none of us seem to be any the wiser. This is something that's been missing from previous series.
Yeah, like I said, pretty much you pegged everything else and all the other stuff. Well, except maybe the cracks.
Yeah, that was quite clever. And
This
also,
isn't more Durr, it's totally the Master Durr.
no, I think people were saying it's Omega, actually.
Oh my God.
Stemming from a false rumor that somebody had been spotted on behind the scenes in Omega's mask, and it was complete bullshit. But it was surprising how many people believed it to be true, or perhaps wanted
I don't know if we should muck with that. Believe me, but that's a whole other can of worms.
But yeah, I mean, this whole thing about the hybrid is very, very interesting. I'll paraphrase what Davros said, because it can be interpreted in different ways.
That's probably key to understand.
There was a prophecy on your world. It spoke of a hybrid creature, two great warrior races combined to create a being greater than both. Now, he obviously thought it was Dalek and Time Lord combined. But prophecies are notoriously difficult to interpret.
Yes.
So it might not be that. It could be that. That could just be it.
So, if we're done talking about that, are we done talking about the prophecy thing? Because I can talk more about Davros' plan.
Almost.
I have a question that pertains to that.
Go ahead.
Is there any strict lore in the Doctor Who stuff, whatever, about where humans came from?
Not really.
Funny you mention that. No, there isn't.
Because
but there's...
that could be a possibility that it was the Doctor who created humans, and that's why.
Oh my God!
I don't know if I would go for that.
Please no.
I don't know if I would go for that.
I mean, the one theory that people don't want to be true in the fandom anyway is that the hybrid is actually the Doctor.
No.
Oh no!
And it's human, and it's human and Time Lord.
But it's I'm trying to think
that. We did that. We did that song and dance before when Eric Roberts was the master. No.
I don't think it is that though, because there is another reference to the hybrid later on in the dialogue. But we might get to that because you want to talk about how Davros' plan is resolved, don't you?
Yeah, which is hilarious because the Doctor he did know that the plan he did sort of know that was his plan in the thing, and he did stick his hands in the thing and shock everything. But crucially, the Doctor doesn't actually outsmart him. It's just Davros' own stupid plan backfires on him. It's like, I have all the energy now. Haha! Every Dalek survived. Like, oh, the sewer is shit. And then, bam! Everything gets melted.
I did love the way, though, that he sort of came to the realization of what he'd actually done.
And Capaldi just counted 3, 2, 1.
2 words. First word, moron.
Second word, sewer.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How long has Skaro been there for there to be the sewers that filled?
Good question, but they rebuilt Skaro from scratch. So
I guess Davros was making a lot of Daleks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be I don't know how long the average Dalek lives for in huge quotation marks, but that would be a pretty long time.
Well, arguably it lives forever.
For a while. Yeah.
If it isn't killed off by something else, the Dalek lives forever because it's not allowed to die.
There you go.
But it just sort of decays and becomes eventually nothing. It's still alive, it just can't really do anything.
No, I'm just saying, for the sewers to be that filled, how long has the new Skaro been there, and was it kept invisible this whole time?
Oh, good thinking, yeah.
If so, really how have people not run into it?
Because it's invisible unless you're standing on it.
So you're saying that somebody could fly straight through the planet if they happened to be going through that airspace or space?
No, they'd probably just be vaporized. But
Exactly, they'd crash land.
Hey,
And then people would be
here's
like,
something.
"Hey, my ship went missing."
I've got a solution for you. Davros has a big perception filter installed around the planet like a force field, so when you get near it, you sort of veer away from it without really thinking.
and there's
So
the plot
you're saying
concrete.
he has a spell from Harry Potter that keeps all the Muggles away.
Oh please no.
That's actually a spell in Harry Potter.
I know, but still no. Let's not bring Harry Potter into this.
Oh please, you know me. I'm going to bring Harry Potter.
Oh, speaking of Harry Potter and Doctor Who, I said that I feared that Colin himself would be another Seb, and he was totally another Seb.
Well, womp womp.
He even got killed by Missy.
Womp womp.
And yet again, another cool-looking peripheral villain just casually slaughtered.
I will say the CGI of his face coming apart into the coils of the snake was pretty darn cool.
Oh yeah.
It's just a shame that I kind of figured that with so much going on, he'd be lost in the shuffle, and he was. I mean, at least he did something important to the plot, but he was hardly on screen.
I don't think Davros meant to keep him around for that long anyways. He was just there to make sure that the plan went through.
He was his head of security, he said. So does that mean
Yeah,
he was...
but it's on a planet of Daleks.
Does that mean he was...
security
So was Sarf his head of security against the Daleks?
No, because they were the ones who kept trying to get Davros to be safe, so...
Oh, you're right, yeah. So it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. But anyway,
My guess is that Davros told him that so that he would come and work for him. When in the reality, he was just going to use him the entire time.
True. But he did say, are you ready for this? Be certain. I think Sarf knew what he was getting into. So maybe he was a slave or something. Anyway.
No idea.
The point is, he's gone now. He's not coming back. So, hey-ho. So Davros' plan fails. He's presumed dead, but I like that because they don't show him dying on camera. He can totally come back in the future.
Oh, yes.
For these great villains, that's how it should be. Leave the possibility that they're dead, but have the scope for them to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, they do it again with another villain later on. But Davros' plan fails. The whole Skaro is starting to come apart, I believe, as a result of the sewer that's coming up from the pipelines. But then we get a very bizarre scene indeed.
Oh, yeah.
And just shows how cruel Missy is.
Oh yeah. Did
we needed a reminder.
Did we want to get into what Kuchiri didn't like about this resolution?
Well, this is what he didn't like about it from this point onwards. He thought that the conclusion was rushed.
Rushed?
Yeah. He thought that Moffat had written down this brilliant idea of how to set up a fantastic confrontation between Capaldi and Davros and didn't think of a clean way to end it. And that's just like, my plan has come to fruition, this is the final defeat of the Time Lords, I knew what you were doing, psych. And then the scene between Dalek Clara, Capaldi and Missy felt rushed and sloppy, and the scene with Missy running from the Daleks also felt rushed and sloppy. That's what he thought.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to again respectfully disagree.
Going by what we were told during the episode, the Doctor made the announcement and said that he wanted Clara Oswald to be returned to him because he didn't want to believe that she was dead. And Clara and Missy heard that, but they had no idea that the Doctor was recaptured.
No, that's true. That's true.
More than likely, by putting Clara inside of the Dalek, that was Missy's way of making sure she was contained. Then when they finally got up there, they found out, they didn't need Clara anymore.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Missy was like, shit, now I have her inside of a tin can. What? Okay, cool. So, in a way, that was supposed to be rushed, I think, because it was very rushed thinking on her part.
There is one thing about it that doesn't quite make sense. If she gave Clara to the Doctor in the first place, what is the point of trying to kill her off?
Maybe she doesn't need her anymore.
But maybe, well, that's one thing, and also maybe that will come into it later in the series. So for now, I don't have a problem with that. Something that people have complained about, I know this is Doctor Who, what else is new, but the line Mercy.
Oh, I got a thing to get into, which is amusing that I saw on Tumblr.
Is this going to be about a previous...
I've talked about it a lot.
It's going to be about a previous series finale being
Yes.
contradicted?
Yes.
Yeah. May I talk about it?
Oh, you can. I talked to them enough.
Well, there's a scene about it. There's a scene in The Big Bang where the Doctor is shot by a stone Dalek. It doesn't kill him, and then River confronts down the Dalek and shoots it dead. And the Dalek starts begging for mercy from her. People have said, well, this contradicts the whole, how could there be mercy inside the Daleks? Well, he already knew. But he wasn't in that scene. He teleported away.
I kind of find that funny, because that's somebody trying to call Moffat on this bullshit without actually, thinking of a good
Without doing
way.
the research, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, that scene would actually make more sense now.
Mm.
Because the Dalek has mercy, because as a child, Davros was shown mercy.
Mm-hmm.
So in a kind of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey way, it worked. It works even better now. So you know what? Stop your complaining. Random people on Tumblr.
I only wish.
Please, you're asking Tumblr to stop
That's true.
Yeah, that's a pretty tall drink of
And
water.
one more thing about the Missy Dalek Clara scene, we kind of get, what I'm taking as confirmation then, that we are going to be coming back to this hybrid thing. Because Missy mentions it again.
Oh, yeah, the enemy.
Yeah, the friend inside the enemy inside the friend.
Look, as long as it's not Dalek Sec again, I will be...
This was a bit like Evolution of the Daleks done right, actually. Davros' whole plan to rejuvenate the Daleks with Time Lord energy was kind of like the Evolution of the Daleks done right.
Kind of.
But yeah, as long as it's not Dalek Sec again.
Well, funnily enough, that episode also had pigmen in it.
Yes, it did. And we're moving on.
Oh, Jesus.
You can never truly move on.
But yeah,
from
the
it.
exchange about the hybrid with Missy and the confession dial, I think that's going to suggest that Missy comes back later in the series.
Maybe.
I think those two have unfinished business. And certainly the way that she is written out of the episode, she's not killed off on camera.
She got it.
Yeah, because literally they had her say she had a clever idea. So
Yeah.
it's like, and that alludes back to the introduction.
That's her I escaped, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, yes.
But I'm fine with them just leaving it ambiguous and she'll show up whenever. Or maybe she won't
I
show
hope
up.
she shows up soon because I love her
Or
so
she
much.
won't show up again and it'll be a different actor playing the mask. That's kind of the problem
No.
with Time Lords. You never know who they're going to be.
No, I swear to fuck, if the next time we see the Master it's somebody else, I am going to hate Moffat.
No, I hope it's Missy too, because
They
I
won't
think
do that.
I think they've got unfinished business. And then just to finish off the resolution, we have the return of the TARDIS, because of course it wasn't destroyed.
Oh, man. And the Doctor's new gadget.
Say it.
The sonic sunglasses.
Oh boy.
I still do not mind those.
Me neither.
Okay, yeah. I'm kind of on a line here between they're ridiculously awesome or they're just fucking ridiculous. But yeah,
It skirts the line, but I'm fine with it. And here's why. Some fans are really annoyed about these, and I can understand that. To me, it's not quite so much what form the sonic plot device takes, it's how it's used that bothers me.
Yeah.
And I can't see these glasses lasting longer than a season because the screwdriver's far too marketable.
The screwdriver's iconic. I don't think Moffat is seriously... Well, then again, you think back on Classic Who, in the Peter Davison era, they outright destroyed the sonic screwdriver, and he never touched it again. He never got a new one.
Yeah.
Till, the TV movie with Paul McGann.
But people forget that.
Well,
Yeah.
really, when you look at them, they're going to be falling on once, and then they're going to snap right in half, so he'll have to get something new anyways. Because they are cheap pieces of
I
shit.
could see a villain just punching him between the glasses.
And then they break.
And they just snap in two, yeah.
But for
And then
now...
he has to duct tape them or something.
For
That'd
now,
be
it's
funny.
basically the same thing. It's like, there's no difference between him whipping out the sonic screwdriver and opening a door or scanning something, and him putting a hand to his sunglasses and scanning something. The only difference is that one is used with an ancient prop that is known in serious lore, and the other is just a pair of goofy sunglasses. It's the same thing, narratively.
The sonic
It might be a
sunglasses...
little bit easier for him, because now he'll have two hands open rather than one using the screwdriver.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
And also, the Sonic sunglasses are basically his version of the Fez.
There you go.
Just a little goofy thing that, although of course it also has practicality because it's a Sonic device.
Plus, we've also seen glasses being used before. I mean, the 10th Doctor had his 3D glasses to see the void particles.
Good spot.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Doomsday, the 3D glasses.
Where we lost Rose.
Oh dear. You can probably tell that one of us didn't like the Sonic sunglasses at all. He's asked me to quote him.
Person it was.
He's asked me to quote him, and this is not me speaking. This is Kuchiri.
Oh boy.
If that is the case, fuck Moffat. Fuck Moffat.
Oh,
That's him speaking, not me.
He's such a whiny little baby.
come on, kid. Come on, Gucci.
Play nice. He's not here to defend himself.
Same thing.
I'm not gonna play nice at all.
Like a cat toying with a mouse. And I believe there was one. I believe there was one thing you wanted to mention about the whole final scene.
Oh, what did I want to mention?
About how the cliffhanger was resolved and when it was resolved.
Oh yeah, the cliffhanger was resolved like at the very, very end instead of at the beginning. Which is interesting because I don't think anyone anywhere ever seriously thought the Doctor was going to shoot little Child Davros. It was just, oh, I wonder what he's going to do instead of shooting Child Davros. Because, well, there is a plausible way he could have done it, and the only way he could have shot that Child Davros is if then we had all a mucked up timeline of, like, Wedding a River Song, and the episode was about fixing that, but nah.
To which I respond, been there, done that.
Yeah.
And can I just say, who called it last week?
Me.
You called it, I guess?
Shot the hand mines.
Shot the hand.
He shot the hand mines.
There you go.
It had to be, really, because he's not going to shoot a child in the face. This is not Game of Thrones.
No.
And he's not Littlefinger.
It almost is. You've got at least one person from Game of Thrones on it.
Funny you should mention that. We're probably going to have a few more in the weeks to come, but that's going to be a spoiler, so we're gonna stop that right now.
I think that's all we need to
I'm
mention.
gonna be so happy.
But yeah, the only way it would have worked with Dev, as you say, would be if the timeline had been messed up. There was also a possibility that someone online came up with, which would have been genius in its how evil it was, that Davros was a common name on Skaro.
Oh.
And the Davros he shot wasn't actually the Davros.
Now that would have been just cruel.
Although that would have had to have discounted how he got the sonic screwdriver.
Yep.
So it wouldn't have worked. But yeah, that was the Witch's Familiar. Pretty damn good episode, I think you'll all agree.
Yeah. Only thing.
Actually, I have an idea of how that could have worked. If it turned out that was not the real Davros, if that was Davros' son, Davros Jr.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
And that's how he got the Sonic.
Oh, that would have been just another level of bad.
But of course, like you said, we can't have the Doctor shooting an unarmed child.
But yeah, overall thoughts on this episode?
I liked
Holy
it.
shit.
Too bad they sidelined Clara, but I did like everything else.
Kat?
I don't really care that much about Clara, so I was perfectly fine with it. Seriously, I'm tired of her. I just want her to go away.
Oh.
You'll have to wait and see, I think, if you get your wish. And great. Kuchiri's thoughts on this. He thought the writing was... No. He actually is praising him here. Great writing for the first 40 minutes of the episode. Some of the best lines in Doctor Who in the last 4 years. Season 3 Missing Horror were fantastic. He just had a problem with the last 8 minutes. And of course, the Sonic sunglasses.
I will say, no fooling. This has redeemed Moffat in my eyes. He just has to keep doing the same good that he's doing here.
Do it, please, God.
For me, it's all going to be about the follow-up from this.
Don't fuck it up,
We've
Moffat.
got a hell of a base from which to build on, a hell of a foundation. We could, if the rest of the stories are anything like the quality of this two-parter, we could be in for a fantastic series from start to finish. It's just all a matter of consistency and following up. Yeah, exactly. And speaking of following up, next time we have Under the Lake.
Ooh, ghosts.
This looks good.
That's spooky.
I know it's just a trailer, and trailers can lie and sometimes make good episodes look better, bad episodes look good.
Forest.
We've got, yeah, exactly. We've got Ghost in an underwater base. This is a classic Doctor Who setup, isn't it?
That's the base under siege.
It's the base under siege, and it kind of reminds me of a cross between The Impossible Planet, The Waters of Mars, and Cold War. That's a good thing in my book.
I don't have any real expectations, to be honest. It's just, I hope it's good.
I just like the fact that if they are ghosts, the fact that they're actually using weapons is interesting. Mm-hmm. One's got a harpoon and one's got an axe.
There you go.
And there was a quote in one of the Doctor Who magazines that the ghosts have an axe to grind. I didn't think he meant it literally.
For God's sakes.
But that will be for next time, and I don't know exactly who will be joining me. I don't know when it will be going up. It might be Tuesday again that we record it, and then Wednesday it gets up. Because I had to record this episode. I'm going to have to record the one this week as well, because I'm going out.
Okay. Hey, it's good to have a social life.
I know, right? What's that? Social life. But
that will be next social week. Life. We have Doctor Who.
Yeah, true. That is true, basically.
I recorded, which is familiar for my rewatch. I recorded it on VHS tape, and there's something special about watching the Peter Capaldi era on VHS tape.
Love it. But anyway, join us, whoever it is, for next time when we will be reviewing Under the Lake. And until then, thank you very much to my guests for joining me.
No problem.
And thank
You're welcome.
And thank you to you guys for listening in. And until next time, bye for now.